but it's worth the trip. It was shipped to Baghdad more than a decade ago. It's guarded by a unit of U.S. Army. It's 1988. A team of Iraqi archaeologists makes the first in a series of astounding discoveries. Over the course of 3 digging seasons, they have 175 pounds of solid gold bracelets, earrings, necklaces, even a crown are unearthed. A ring still adorns a finger bone. An amulet still encases the forearm of a long-dead queen. When you first found this tomb and found the treasure of Nimrud, how did you feel?
I am very glad and surprised when I saw a lot of gold in front of my eyes. I cannot believe my eyes.
Wow. This is pretty incredible. This is the sarcophagus, and her head was on this side, and apparently her body was adorned in gold jewelry. And this is where the curse was. So when you first... As night falls, our pump keeps going. Our lost treasure in the central bank of Iraq is proving to be as difficult as finding the antiquities stolen from the Iraq Museum. But Matt Bogdanis, the Marine colonel in charge of investigating the museum looting, has had some lucky breaks.
Here we have some of my absolute favorite pieces. This is late 6th millennium BC, roughly 7,000 years old. This one here.
In fact, over 1,000 missing items have been returned. Turns out some of the looters weren't really looters at all.
One of the early Sumerian
deliberately took items from the museum, lost forever. The floodwaters are in full retreat. We've cleared about 650,000 gallons of water out of the bank. Finally, we can see the doors of the vaults we've spent so much time trying to reach. So tough, they stood up to the impact of a rocket-propelled grenade fired at point-blank range. But there's still no guarantee the treasure of Nimrud is safe. Blank check signed by his father. That night, his men returned. Saddam's final withdrawal was an unknown quantity of gold, plus a cool $800 million in cash. But did he also take the treasure of Nimrud? Bashid consequence. Behind these bars is nothing less than Iraq's Federal Reserve. Millions of dollars and 40+ billion Iraqi dinars. Our pumping operation, that money is flowing into the Iraqi economy.
There is no other solution.
The flooding was a big issue because it meant that we couldn't access a lot of the dinar.
At last, we reached the final barrier. Behind this steel door is the vault where we hope the treasure of Nimrud is still stored. Did Saddam steal it? We'll know soon enough. Opening the safe is no easy matter, even if you have the combination and the keys. Access is tightly controlled. Only a single camera monitors the action. At last, the door opens. A quick scan of the room, and then we spot them, the museum cases. There's no obvious damage, and the lock looks intact. But do they still contain the treasure of Nimrud? Now politics intrude. The cases can't be opened until have signed off on the deal. Then, and only then, can we finally break the seals. The scene our loaned-out camera captures is a world exclusive. The museum cases need a little persuading before their contents can be revealed. First, a woman's face. Next, gold bars and a gold helmet. And as excitement grows, the bull's head from the golden harp of Ur. And then, at last, for the first time since the beginning of the First Gulf War, we see it. The treasure of Nimrud. 2 wars and countless other dangers haven't dimmed the luster of its gold. Bowl after exquisite bowl, necklaces, massive armlets, all gleam as if the master goldsmith had just created them. Finally, as if to cap the moment, the ornate crown of a queen of Assyria is revealed. The treasure will be displayed at the Iraq Museum, an emblem of the glory of ancient Iraq.